Hello everyone. How are you all? Yes, students. First of all, let's discuss whatever we have studied in our previous classes. Yes, students, in chapter number 2, we have studied about the Holozoic mode of nutrition, how it is followed by number of organisms, like how some organisms like amoeba, paramecium, paramecium, snail, spider, frog are getting the nutrition. Then after that we have started discussion about the human digestive system. In the human digestive system we have discussed about buccal cavity first. Buccal cavity, the cavity through which the food is getting entered in the body, including mouth, and then teeth, which are helping to break the food physically in the small particles. As you all know that teeth is working for that. Are you able to swallow your food without chewing? It will be difficult for you. Have you ever observed that you people are eating the food with less chewing? Then what will happen? You need a lot of water to push the food inside the stomach. Otherwise, food will get blocked. You will find difficulty in speaking, and again the hiccups will start coming. Why hiccups start coming? When we are eating fast without chewing the food properly. See, when our pipes will get blocked, then exchange of gases will not take place. Just because of that, hiccups will start coming when we are eating the food fastly. That's why it is very good while having food, chew it properly, so that it may helps to digest the food properly, and you will be able to absorb the whole amount of energy which is present in the food, whatever you are eating. Chew it properly. Now, as I told you in your previous class that for chewing there is a scientific term which we have to use. Think about that term. Yes, the term is mastication. Okay student, the mastication. The definition of mastication is the breakdown of food physically into small particles. Clear everyone? This is the recall of our previous chapter. Yes, we have studied about teeth also. Two types of teeth, temporary and permanent. Temporary present in infants, permanent in adults. Number of teeth is 32 in adults, and the dental formula is 2123 for the one side of the jaw. And we have four sides. Two upper sides and two lower sides. Clear everyone? Now start. This is the recall of our previous chapter, and now come toward let's begin with tongue. Yes students, see what is the role of tongue which is present in the mouth. See students, tongue is performing three functions. Yes. Hold your tongue and try to speak. I think you people are unable to convey your speech properly, or you will be unable to speak for long time. Are you able to speak for a long time by holding your tongue? Without using your tongue? Yes, we are unable to speak. Now the second one is taste. Yes. There are different parts of the tongue which are performing and telling the taste of food item by its taste buds, which is present at the different places in the tongue. Yes, while having some food which is sweet or salt in taste. See here, the front part, the tip of the tongue is helping to taste sweet or salt. Both the corners of the tongue is telling us about the sour taste. Sour, do you know what is sour? Yes. Now the bitter. Yes, whenever you are having some medicines, you all know that the realization of the taste of medicine will take time. We will feel some bitter taste after some time, after few seconds while having the medicine. Okay, students? Now the next function of the tongue is the swallowing of food. Swallowing of food. Yes, what do you understand by this point? Yes, students. See, we are having the food. Are you able to transfer the food bite, whatever you are having in your mouth at that time, towards the teeth without tongue? No. Our tongue helps us to push the food towards the teeth so that they can break that food properly into small particles. Clear, everyone? That's why we are unable to speak, unable to taste, or unable to swallow the food without tongue. Clear, everyone? Now after that, secretion of saliva. As I told you, when food is entered in our mouth, then what will happen? Salivary glands start secreting the saliva. When food will get mixed with that saliva which is secreted by salivary glands, then food will become bolus. Yes, I think the view is not clear to you all. That's why yes, see, from salivary glands, food plus saliva is equal to bolus. Together they are known as bolus. Now students, do you know our saliva is not only water, it contains some enzymes. It contains one enzyme. The name of that enzyme is amylase. Now what do you understand by the term enzymes? See students, enzymes are some chemical liquids which are secreted, or we can say produced by our body, by the different parts of our body. And these chemical liquids are helping to enhance the processes which is going on in our body. Enhance means badhana. Means if digestion is going on, enzymes will start secreted. It makes the process of digestion fast. If the enzymes will not secrete it properly, then what will happen? Whatever we are eating will not digest it properly, or it takes a long time to digest the food. Clear, everyone? Now after that, now this is a very important question which used to come in your exams, that is, name the enzyme which is present in saliva. Yes, amylase is the enzyme. Now what is the role of amylase enzyme? See, when you people are eating the samosa, bread, burger, pizzas. Yes, students, have you ever listened that your elders at your home used to say, don't eat these food, they are not healthy at all? Why? Why? Because they are made up of refined flour, maida, which is unhealthy for our body. Why? Why it is unhealthy? See students, this is a form of carbohydrate which we used to eat. See, we are getting the carbohydrates from roti also. We are getting the carbohydrates from rice, from different fruits. But by taking the carbohydrates from pizza, burger is unhealthy, or while taking it from roti is good, because the form of carbohydrate is different. There are two types of carbohydrates, simple and complex. Our roti, fruits, veggies contains simple type of carbohydrates which is easy to break. Simple means, if just think about it, that you are holding the hand of your friend. I can break it easily, but if 2, 3, 4 students together holding the hand of one friend, then it will be difficult, the energy will become more. So that structure will become complex, and the simple structure was that only two hands are connecting together. I can easily break. So similarly, different type of chemical substances are forming these food nutrients. They are connecting together. If they are making simple chain, then it will be easy to break them. And if they are making a complex chain, then it will be difficult to break them. That's why refined flour is making a complex chain of elements, of substances, which will be difficult to break. That's why it takes time to digest, because the breakdown of starch is difficult. And if we are chewing it properly, then what will happen? The saliva, which contains amylase enzyme, helps in the digestion of starch only. Starch, that is a complex carbohydrate. Now, the three questions is clear to you all. Three one-word question. The one is that enzyme contain, saliva contain which enzyme? Amylase. Yes, the answer is amylase. Now, amylase helps in the digestion of starch. Yes. Now, example of complex carbohydrate is starch. Clear, everyone? Now, what do you understand by bolus? When food will get entered in our mouth and break down into small particles, the saliva will get mixed, then that food is known as bolus. Clear, everyone? Now I am going to show you one picture. See, when you open your mouth widely, show it to your parents, or you can see. Just tell this to your brother or sister that open your mouth wide. When they open their mouth wide, just observe their mouth. You will find something is hanging in their mouth over at the last. See this one, this U-shaped structure. Yes, observe it. This structure which is hanged over there. Behind that, a part is known as epiglottis. The part behind that structure is known as epiglottis. Clear, everyone? What? Pronounce it. Repeat the word epiglottis. Clear? Now see, what is the role of this epiglottis? See, now our food is entered in our mouth and it get converted into bolus also. Saliva is also secreted. Now what will happen? The food is ready to reach to the stomach. Now food is ready to reach. Now do you know that our throat contains two pipes together? They are having the same place. The one is food pipe and the other one is windpipe. Yes, let me tell you one thing. Yes, students, have you ever observed that while drinking the water very fast or while laughing, what will happen? The water will start coming out through our nose. Yes, have you ever feel? Yes, water is coming out through our nose. It means nose is for respiration and mouth is for eating the food. It means these both are the sense organs are connecting together somewhere. That's why water which we are eating through our mouth is coming out through the nose. Is this happen? Yes. It means, student, there is some connection in the internal parts of the body. Yes, that is means the food pipe and windpipe are lying together. This epiglottis. Now what is the role of this epiglottis? This epiglottis protects the food, whatever we are eating, to enter into the windpipe. See, students, how much important role this epiglottis is playing. It helps to prevent the food to enter into the windpipe. If food will get entered into the windpipe, then what will happen? We will die, because the exchange of gases will get stopped and we are unable to breathe. Thus, it is simple and the very important role which is performed by this epiglottis. See how this epiglottis works. When we are eating the food, then this and the food is ready to swallow, ready to shift. Then this epiglottis blocked the windpipe for that particular movement, so that the food will not enter in that pipe. Yes, one more thing is to observe that while we are having the food, when we are chewing, see, our breath will get braked. हम हाँपने लगते हैं, सांस फूल जाती है हमारी. क्यों होता है ऐसा? Because we are not breathing properly at that time, because epiglottis is blocking our windpipe. Clear? See, whatever we are studying in this human digestive system, you have to observe a lot of things to understand this topic properly, because this is our system. We are following this system every moment. So, to understand it properly, you have to think more. You have to observe it more. So today, while having the food, observe it. That while you are breathing, your breathing is having some barrier, is blocked, or सांस फूल रही है, नहीं हो रहा है. Just check it out. Okay. Now, students, today, whatever we are eating, the food is ready to transfer into the stomach. Tomorrow we will study about the food which we are transferring to the stomach. Till that time, hold your food in your food pipe. From tomorrow onwards, we will study about the food pipe. For today, your classwork is, yes, first question, state one function of tongue and epiglottis. I think it is clear to you all. You can write this answer in your own words also. But if you want my language, then you can take it from here. Yes, tongue helps to taste the food. It helps to throw the food towards the teeth for proper mastication. Yes, students, I am going to give you 2 points of tongue, as there are only one function of tongue, but you can learn all the 3 functions. The last function, it is not written here, but it is that tongues help us to speak properly. Now the next one is epiglottis. It helps to prevent the food to enter into the windpipe. Clear, everyone? The next short question, as your classwork only, define the term, short question number 4th, define the term peristalsis and mastication. Yes, peristalsis, just write it down. Tomorrow I will explain it to you. Contraction and expansion in the walls of esophagus. Contraction and expansion in the walls of esophagus. Just write it down. I will explain it to you tomorrow. No need to panic कि हमें तो समझ ही नहीं आया. हम कल बेटा, tomorrow we will discuss about peristalsis. Okay? Yes. Now mastication. Breakdown of food physically into small particles is known as mastication. After that, next question is, write one similarity, short question number 5, write one similarity and difference between amoeba and human being. See, kitna ajeeb hai, how much weird it is. See, amoeba is very small, a freshwater microorganism, and we are very big. But instead of that, we are having some similarities or the difference. Clear? Difference, so a lot of difference are there. We can easily say that amoeba is a microscopic organism and we are the largest organism. One is amoeba is unicellular and human beings are multicellular. Okay? But the similarity, see, they both are having the Holozoic mode of nutrition. As you have studied the nutrition, the taking in of nutrition in amoeba, I have shown it to you in our first class. See amoeba, how amoeba is taking the food. It is eating the whole sum of food. Amoeba is taking the food with the help of pseudopodia. Whole food is entered in the body of amoeba, and we are also eating the whole sum of food. See, whatever is our food. See, dal, roti, chawal, we are eating everything. We are taking the bite to bite of all the food, whatever we have to eat, and then the digestion of that food takes place in our body. That's why we both are following the same way, same mode of nutrition, that is holozoic. Clear, everyone? And the difference is unicellular and multicellular organism. Yes. Is there any other similarity or difference? Think about that. Yes. One more similarity or difference. Yes. May I tell you one more similarity? Yes, students. One more similarity is they both are eukaryotics. They both are eukaryotic. Amoeba and human beings. Okay. And the difference, one more difference is, as I told you, microscopic and non-microscopic. Clear? Is there any other similarity? Yes, they both are living organisms. Okay. Okay, students? Okay. So, wide your thinking, beta. Try to think more and more. Yes, now, today, no homework of science. Yes, students, is it clear to you? No need to ask it again and again, as no homework today. We will do the homework of science from Thursday, okay, onwards. Okay, students, thank you everyone.